Hey everybody, I'm here with the Roland TR-707 Rhythm Composer drum machine from 1985. Now this is something that I really thought I would never ever get to have. Like I never really thought I would have a cool 80s drum machine, but now I do and I'm really excited. These sounds are all sampled, so obviously, I mean, you could probably tell by looking at it, it's not an analog machine like the 808 and 909, but it does have very, very good sound. And I think, this one wasn't as hyped up as either of those models, but it's still a great machine. So, another thing, though, that you can't do is you cannot tune each individual drum, which, I don't really mind that much. It would be cool, yes, but they sound nice already. All right. The screen here is really cool. It helps you. I know you can't really see it. You can probably barely tell that it's on. What this does is if you're doing step right or tap right, which I'll get into in a minute, all of your different drum sounds are listed up here, and then you have a dot across the grid that shows where in the beat that sound is playing, and it also shows measure, tempo, all that stuff, which you adjust your tempo with this big knob here. Alright, so I'm going to go through each individual sound, and I don't really know how loud this is going to be, but I think it'll be sufficient for the video. I'll turn it up just a little bit. Alright, so start with the bass drums. Not a big difference in between those two. Snare drum. Low, mid, and high tom. Rim shot cowbell. Hand clap and tambourine, and closed hi-hats, and open, and crash, and ride. So it does sound very good. So I wanna go over a quick thing. I'll show you how to make a very simple pattern, like probably one of the simplest you could ever do. So I'm going to put it in tap right, which means you can literally just tap in the rhythm, like say on the LM1, rather than doing step right, which goes all the way across. And it's doable, but I don't like it. I think it takes longer. If you can hear the rhythm, why not do tap right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a simple disco funk beat, the one that's completely overplayed, but that's what everybody's used to hearing, and so that's what I'll do. So hit start, get my metronome. Here we go. Alright, so easy, right? It's a very simple pattern. So now we're going to go back to pattern play so we can get that rim shot metronome noise out of the way. And here it is. Cool, right? And at any time, if we just go back into the tap right mode, it does show everything that I played up here and the tempo. I think the fastest it goes, let's just check. Fastest is 264 and the slowest is 31. So you have a lot of room to work with. So now I'll go back in and maybe add some toms. Let's start the pattern back up. Simple. All right, now you also have the ability to do flams. So let me go back into the pattern and I'll put a flam on some tom hits. Now I'm going to go into pattern group A. This is a rhythm that I made all by myself. It's an 8-measure loop. I'm just going to let it play through twice. Let's see, let me go into, pattern play. And I'm telling it, I didn't make this into a full track. They're just individual rhythms right now, so I got to tell it to play all through number 8. All right, here we go. Here is the rhythm that I made. And of course, at any time, I could have adjusted each individual volume, volume level for each drum. Also, there is an accent, which I haven't really played a whole lot with, but you can do accent, flam, shuffle, all that good stuff. And the accent volume control is right here on the far left. You can also, there's a scale button here, which will, depending on which one you choose, it'll play it slower, faster, however many notes you have in the pattern. So that's cool as well. And I have this connected straight into a line 6 amplifier here with some built-in effects. So let's see what kind of crazy sounds we can get out of this. Let's see, I'm just going to play back that same pattern and we'll see what I can get. Yeah, so as you can tell, this is a pretty awesome drum machine, especially when you can run some effects through it. Another thing to note is in the back, it does have individual outputs for every single drum sound, so you can tweak it just how you like it. I don't know, maybe you can tune it through software if you have the if you have that kind of stuff. It's very possible. It also it's MIDI capable, so that's good as well. So, if you want to see more about this, let me know. I'd be glad to make another video. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the Roland TR-707 from 1985. See you later.